Good morning student. Welcome to SOI online class 7 subject हिंदी लिटरेचर lesson 1 और भी दूं। स्टूडेंट्स, कल के वीडियो में हमने पाठ 1 और भी दूं नामक कविता के प्रथम व द्वितीय पद्यांशों का ससर वाचन करते हुए व कठिन शब्दों का निवारण करते हुए व्याख्या को पढ़ा व समझा। आज मैं आपको इसी कविता के अंतर्गत आगे के पद्यांशों का शास्त्र वाचन करते हुए व कठिन शब्दों का निवारण करते हुए व्याख्या को समझाऊंगी। पद्यांश है, मांझ दो तलवार को लाओ ना देरी, बांध दो कशकर कमर पर ढाल मेरी। यहाँ पर जो ढाल है, ढाल कहते हैं तलवार और भाले के वार को रोकने वाला साधन। तो जो देशभक्त हैं या देश के लिए जो अर्पण करने वाले हैं, वह क्या कहते हैं कि मांझ दो तलवार मेरी लाओ ना देरी। वह कहते हैं कि जो मेरी तलवार है उस पर धार लगा दो और धार लगाने में बिल्कुल भी देरी ना करो। बांध दो कशकर कमर पर ढाल मेरी, और वह ढाल जो तलवार और भाले के वार को रोकेगा वह मेरी कमर में बांध दो। भाल पर मल दो चरण की धूल थोड़ी। भाल का अर्थ है मस्तक। तो क्या कह रहे हैं कि मस्तक पर मेरे धरती माँ के चरणों की धूल मल दीजिए। शीश पर आशीष की छाया घनेरी, और मेरे सर पर धरती माँ की जो आशीर्वाद है, जो छाया है, वह बहुत घनी है। स्वप्न अर्पित प्रश्न अर्पित, आयु का क्षण क्षण समर्पित, चाहता हूँ देश की धरती तुझे कुछ और भी दूं। इसमें कवि ने इन पंक्तियों में वर्णन किया है कि वह जो देशभक्त है वह क्या कहते हैं कि स्वप्न अर्पित, जो मेरे स्वप्न हैं वह मेरे देश के लिए हैं, तो वह सारे जो स्वप्न है वो देश के लिए समर्पित हैं। प्रश्न अर्पित, और मेरे मस्तिष्क में जो भी प्रश्न आते हैं वह सभी देश के लिए अर्पित हैं। आयु का क्षण क्षण समर्पित, और मेरे ये जो जीवन काल है, जितनी भी ईश्वर ने मेरी आयु निर्धारित की है, उसका एक एक पल सारा कुछ देश के लिए समर्पित है। देश की धरती तुझे कुछ और भी दूं। और इसके बाद भी हमारे मन में इच्छा होती है कि हे धरती माँ, मैं आपके लिए कुछ और भी अर्पण कर दूं। तोड़ता हूँ मोह का बंधन क्षमा दो, आज सीधे हाथ में तलवार दे दो। क्या कह रहे हैं जो देशभक्त हैं कि तोड़ता हूँ मोह का बंधन। वह कहते हैं कि जो मेरा परिवार है, जो परिवार से हमारा मोह जुड़ा हुआ है, आज मैं देश के लिए उसे तोड़ना चाहता हूँ, इसलिए हे परिवार मुझे क्षमा करें। आज सीधे हाथ में तलवार दे दें, क्योंकि यह जो परिवार है वह मेरी धरती माँ है, देशभक्ति है, तो उसकी रक्षा के लिए आज मेरे सीधे हाथ में तलवार दे दीजिए। और बाएं हाथ में ध्वज को थमा दो, और मेरे बाएं हाथ में ध्वज जो राष्ट्र प्रतीक है उसको मेरे हाथ में थमा दीजिए। ये सुमन लो यह चमन लो, नीड़ का तड़ तड़ समर्पित, चाहता हूँ देश की धरती तुझे कुछ और भी दूं। सुमन का अर्थ है पुष्प, चमन का अर्थ होता है बगीचा, नीड़ का अर्थ होता है घोंसला, तृण तृण का अर्थ होता है तिनका तिनका। तो इन पंक्तियों का आशय है कि ये सुमन ले लीजिए, अर्थात ये पुष्प ले लीजिए, और इन पुष्प जहाँ पर उगते हैं वो सारा चमन ले लीजिए, यहाँ तक कि जो घोंसला है उसका एक एक तिनका मैं आपको समर्पित करता हूँ। फिर भी मैं चाहता हूँ कि हे धरती माँ, हे देश की धरती, मैं तुझे कुछ और भी दूं। थैंक यू।
Hello students, I am A.K. Dwivedi. Welcome to Shivaji Group of Institutions. Today I will teach you chapter number 1 in grammar, that is revision. So students, try to understand it well. In this chapter, topic number 1, question number 1, that is A. Fill in the blanks with appropriate form of verb. यानी इस एक्सरसाइज में आपको करेक्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब भरना है। स्टूडेंट्स, इन लास्ट ईयर section class you definitely studied verb, correct form of verb. So this is revision, try to understand it. Okay, first number, bread and butter. Bread and butter, students, here bread and butter is used as subject. यहाँ पर bread और butter सब्जेक्ट है। दिस इज द नेम ऑफ अ डाइट, एक खुराक का नाम है। एंड दिस इज अ सिंगुलर, नॉट प्लूरल। ब्रेड एंड बटर, दे आर नॉट टू डिफरेंट आइटम्स। ब्रेड के साथ बटर को हम खाते हैं, तो ये एक कंप्लीट डाइट है, जैसे राइस एंड करी। ओके, तो इन द सेम वे ब्रेड एंड बटर। एक मेरी फेवरेट ब्रेकफास्ट, मेरा एक फेवरेट ब्रेकफास्ट है, तो सिंगुलर, देयरफॉर वी विल यूज सिंगुलर, दैट इज। ओके, दिस इज नॉट अ प्लूरल सब्जेक्ट, दिस इज सिंगुलर बिकॉज इट इज अ कंप्लीट एंड वन डाइट, लाइक राइस एंड करी। नाउ नेक्स्ट नंबर, अ ट्रैफिक पुलिसमैन डैश डैश, खाली स्पेस है, and in bracket stand, stands। stand plural verb है, stands singular। at traffic intersections, intersections means चौराहे, जहाँ पे चौराहे होते हैं वहाँ पुलिसमैन खड़े होते हैं। ओके, and dash regulates the movement of the vehicles, वाहनों की मूवमेंट को कंट्रोल करते हैं। स्टूडेंट, दिस इज प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस। अ ट्रैफिक पुलिसमैन सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट, एंड इफ इन प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस सब्जेक्ट इज सिंगुलर एंड थर्ड फॉर्म वी यूज फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब एडिंग yes or es, so we will use here stands, so supply here stands। okay, this is present indefinite tense, first person, sorry, singular number and third person, subject is singular number and third person। now here same subject policeman संचालित करता है, in the same way here also will come regulates। okay, because traffic policeman is singular subject and third person। in present indefinite, if subject is a singular number and third person, first form of the verb is used and we add yes or es in the first form of the verb। next, Ramu is one of them who does comes। this is also present indefinite tense, here subject is Ramu। okay, Ramu is third person and singular, the same rule, and according to Ramu we will use comes। okay, because Ramu is third person and singular subject, in present indefinite, if subject is singular and third person we add yes or es to the verb। okay, तो रामू उनमें से एक ऐसा व्यक्ति है जो यहाँ पर पुअर चिल्ड्रन को पढ़ाने आता है। नेक्स्ट, द कैप्टन एज वेल एज द क्रू मेंबर्स गोइंग फॉर द मिशन। कैप्टन शिप का कैप्टन होता है, एज वेल एज स्टूडेंट, एज वेल एज इज कंजंक्शन। हियर कैप्टन इज सब्जेक्ट and another subject is crew members. Here two subject, captain singular, crew members plural. Two, one singular, other plural subject are connected by conjunction as well as. There is one rule: if two subject, one singular, one plural subject are connected by and as well as together with either or, neither nor, the verb is used according to nearby subject. Verb is used according to first subject when two subjects are connected by as well as along with together with. तो वर्ब हम इसके अकॉर्डिंग यूज करेंगे, कैप्टन के अकॉर्डिंग, नॉट अकॉर्डिंग टू क्रू मेंबर्स. एंड कैप्टन इज सिंगुलर, दैट्स व्हाई वी विल यूज इज. ओके, तो सप्लाई हियर इज, नॉट आर. द कैप्टन एज वेल एज क्रू मेंबर्स is going for the mission. Next, what are my friends? Here subject is one, not friends. So what will be used according to one, and that is singular. मेरे मित्रों में से एक मित्र डॉक्टर है. That's why we will use here is, that is singular. Okay, मेरे मित्रों में से एक मित्र डॉक्टर है. Now next, time and tide. Time and tide. That's as wait या waits for them. Time and tide, they are two different subject. समय और मौत किसी का इंतजार नहीं करते. This is plural and they are plural. तो plural verb में wait आएगा. ये भी आपका present indefinite tense है, wait. टाइम एंड टाइड वेट फॉर नन. समय और मौत किसी का इंतजार नहीं करते. नेक्स्ट, आइदर शेखर और हिज फ्रेंड्स. स्टूडेंट्स, हियर शेखर एंड हिज फ्रेंड्स आर कनेक्टेड बाय कंजंक्शन आइदर आर. ठीक है, आइदर आर से जुड़े हैं दो सब्जेक्ट शेखर एंड फ्रेंड्स. If two subjects are connected by either or, we use verb according to nearby subject, and nearby subject है friends, और friends है plural, और plural के according verb आएगी are. So write here are. Okay, either Shekhar or his friends are to be punished. या तो शेखर या उसके मित्रों को दंडित किया जाना है. None, students, here subject is none. कोई भी नहीं. None इजाज़त दिया गया है, allowed to do this. किसी को भी ये करने की अनुमति नहीं मिली. And none is singular. That's why singular verb is will be used. Okay. Now 9 number sentence. The producer and director is are dead. Students, here two noun, producer and director. Okay, they are two words, two nouns. They are connected by and. एक rule है, if two singular nouns are connected by and article the is used before the first noun, not before second noun. Then they are same. यानी यदि दो सिंगुलर नाउन एंड से जुड़े हैं और उनमें से पहले नाउन के पहले आर्टिकल का प्रयोग है, तो इसका मतलब है वो एक ही व्यक्ति है, टू डिफरेंट नहीं है. अगर डायरेक्टर के पहले दा लिखा होगा तो दिस मीन्स कि वो दोनों अलग अलग हैं, तो प्लूरल वर्ब आती. बट हियर प्रोड्यूसर and director are same, single person. That's why singular verb will be used. That means is director और producer मर गया है, एक ही व्यक्ति है. Okay. Now last sentence, economics. Students, this is the name of subject. There are several subjects like economics, physics, etc., which are taken as similar, though look as if they are plural, but it is not plural. This is singular. That's why singular verb will be used. That means we will use here is. Economics is not a difficult subject. Economics एक difficult subject नहीं है. Students, today's classes is over. You have to note down all the material whatever is taught on the blackboard in your fair notebook in good handwriting. Okay, and for HW you have to do exercise B. Tomorrow I will explain you exercise number B. So prepare it seriously. Thank you for attending today's classes.
Morning students, I welcome you all to online classes of SGOI. I am Ashayan Singh, your math teacher. In the last class, we have started a chapter called integers, and in that class we have discussed the basic properties and basic concepts related to the chapter called integers. Today, I will be dealing with certain different kind of concepts, and in that progress, the first thing is absolute values of integers. The first thing is absolute value of integers. Absolute value of integers refers to the first thing is the symbol related to it. The symbol is this, flat brackets. So if we are, as example, if we are writing minus 11 and we are enclosing this value minus 11 within these kind of brackets, then with this we can identify that it is the value which is referring the absolute value of minus 11, and it will give us ultimately the value is equal to plus 11. That means whether the value is negative or the value is positive, inside the absolute brackets the results come out to be positive. That means it has to deal with only the magnitude of that thing. Okay, I hope you are very much clear with this thing called absolute value of integers. Okay, moving further, concept wise the initial things have been over. I would be starting with exercise 1A. Okay, so let's start. Exercise 1A. In that exercise, question number 1 says write all the integers between. Okay, in question number 1 it says write all the integers in between. Okay, question number 1, first part, it is minus 9 and minus 3. In first part it says minus 9 and minus 3, and you are required to write all the integers in between it. So it's very easy. After minus 9, the first number which will come out will be minus 8, then minus 7, then minus 6, then minus 5, then minus 4, minus 3. So you can easily see that these are the integers in between minus 9 and minus 3. So this is question number 1. Moving further to question number 2, it says compare the integers. Okay, in this you are required to compare the two integers and tell whether which of the integer is bigger and which is the smaller. Okay, so in question number 2 I am doing the second part. It says minus 39 and 13. It says minus 39 and 13. So this is very obvious that this integer has a negative value and this integer has a positive value. So you won't be finding any kind of confusion in telling which is the greater integer. So it's obvious. Minus 39 is smaller than 13, or you could say that 13 is greater than minus 39. Okay, so I think you are very much clear with this. Moving further to question number 3, it says evaluate. Question number 3, it says evaluate, and it has the questions related to the absolute values. I would be doing two questions, one question for you. For example, part number 2. In part 2 it says absolute value of minus 23, then absolute value of minus 16. as I have already told you the concept of absolute values, this minus 23 will be converted to plus 23, then minus sign in between, and this minus 16 will be converted into plus 16. That means it will be 23 minus 16, and 23 minus 16 would be 7. Okay, so 7 will be the answer. Okay, moving further to question number 4. It says arrange the given integers. You are already very much aware about the concept of ascending or descending orders, but you have to apply that into integers now. Okay, so in question number 4, you have to arrange the data into ascending order. Question number 4, you have to arrange the data into ascending order. In first part, it has given 9, sorry, minus 9, comma 11, comma minus 23, comma 41, comma minus 37, comma 0 and minus 5, 0 and minus 5, and you are required to arrange this data into ascending order. We know that ascending means from least value to the highest value. Okay, so compare all the values given here. For least value, first we will be looking into the negative values. So the least value is minus 37. Okay, so it will be minus 37. Then second least value is minus 23. Then third least value will be minus 9. Then it will be minus 5, isn't it? Now it will be 0. Next it would be 11, and then it will be 41. Okay, so this will be the order of ascending order of this given question. In question number 5, you have to arrange the following data into the descending order, which is the reverse of ascending order. Okay, so you will be doing from highest to lowest. Okay, so this is the completion of your exercise 1A. In the next class, I will be telling you the concepts related to the exercise 1B. Thank you.
Hello student, this is Meenakshi Trivedi. I am your physics teacher. Student, in previous class we were discussing chapter first, unit area and its measurement. Now today we will solve the some numerical problems relating to this unit. Now numerical number first. A flat circular plate has radius 14 cm. What is the area of plate? Student, here radius given as 14 centimeter. Student, as you all know that the area of circle equal to pi r square. The value of pi is 22 upon 7 and the radius is 14 centimeter. After solving 616 centimeter square. So the area of plate is 616 centimeter square. Now numerical number second. A rectangular field is of length 60 meter and breadth 35 meter. Find the area of the field. Student, in this question, length and breadth are given. Length equal to 60 meter and breadth equal to 35 meter. Student, as you know all that the area of rectangle equal to length into breadth. Length is 60 meter and breadth is 35 meter. After multiplying 2100 meter square. So the area of the field 2100 meter square. Now question number third. A square piece of cardboard has side 25 centimeter. What is the area of cardboard in centimeter square and meter square? Student, in this question, the side given is 25 centimeter. Student, as you all know that the area of square equal to side into side. The side is 25. After multiplying 625 centimeter square. And the area of cardboard in centimeter square is 625. Now, area of cardboard in meter square. Firstly, we have to convert centimeter into meter. So, 1 centimeter equal to 1 upon 100 meter. 25 centimeter equal to 25 divided by 100 equal to 0.25 meter. The area of cardboard equal to side into side. Side is 0.25. After multiplying 0.0625 meter square. So the area of cardboard in meter square equal to 0.0625 meter square. Now question number 4. A triangular cardboard has a base of 8 centimeter and its height up to vertex is 4 centimeter. What is the area of cardboard? Student, in this question, the height is 8 centimeter and a base is 8 centimeter and height is 4 centimeter. So, base equal to 8 centimeter and height equal to 4 centimeter. Student, as you all know that the area of triangle equal to 1 by 2 into base into altitude. One by 2, base is 8 centimeter and altitude 4 centimeter. After solving 16 centimeter square. So the area of cardboard is 16 centimeter square. Now question number 5. The diameter of a circular field is 7 meter. Find the area of the field. Student, in this question, the diameter given is 7 meter. So the radius will be diameter divided by 2, which is equal to 7.2, and the radius is 33.5 meter. Student, as you know that the area of circle equal to pi r square. The value of pi is 22 upon 7 and the radius is 3.5. After solving 38.5 meter square. So student, the area of the field 38.5 meter square. Student, today's class is over. Thank you.
Hello students, welcome to SGI online classes of chemistry. Today is the class of class 7th and the chapter name is matter and its composition. Student, in my previous video, I'll explain about what is matter. Matter are those type of substance which occupy space and having mass. For example, like this is a duster, and when this duster I put in my hand, it also occupies space and it also having mass. That is why you can say that it is the example of matter. That is a bottle, it also occupies space and it also have mass. That is why it is also an example of matter. So you can say that anything which present in your surrounding occupies space and having mass is known as matter. So I was thinking about it कि matter आपको इतनी समझ में आ गया होगा. Matter is that type of substance which occupy space and having mass is known as matter. Don't confuse students. Mass means weight. Mass is the meaning of weight. So I think matter. So is this one what is the example of matter? So anything which present in your surrounding occupies space and having mass. For example, pen, books, chair, table, etc. Matter is classified into three forms, which is solid, liquid, and gas. Today video I will explain about what is the properties of solid, and what is the properties of liquid, and what is the properties of gases. So firstly, I will explain about the properties of solid. What is the properties of solid? Student, that is a solid matter which have some particles, and those type of particles which are used in the formation of solid is known as intermolecular particles. So students, those particles which is used in the formation of solid is known as intermolecular particles. So you can say that these particles are known as intermolecular particles. And that space which present inside of particles, this space is known as intermolecular, and intermolecular space, that is negligible. About negligible, intermolecular space. So first property of solid is it have fixed shape and volume is also fixed. For example, blackboard is an example of solid. So they also have fixed shape of board is fixed. That is why you can say that solid have fixed shape and volume. Volume is coverage area. Coverage area of this blackboard is also fixed. That is why you can say that it have fixed shape and definite volume. That is the first property. And second property is it have low intermolecular space. Why? Because the force between a particle is too much high. That those type of force which is used for the attraction of those particles, which force is known as intermolecular force. So force of intermolecular particles is too much high. Solid have high intermolecular force. Student, what is intermolecular force? Those type of force which is used for the binding of intermolecular particles is known as force of attraction. It is also known as intermolecular force. So solid have high intermolecular force. And third one property, intermolecular space which present inside of solid particles is too much low as well as negligible. It have no intermolecular space as well as low-B possible. And fourth one properties, solid particles have fixed the area, the boundary of solid particles is fixed. That is why you can say that it have fixed boundary. And fifth one, last one properties of solid is about the kinetic energy. Student, what is kinetic energy? Actually, energy is classified into two forms. First one is potential energy and second one is kinetic energy. Student, what is potential energy and what is kinetic energy? So, kinetic energy is that type of energy which is required to movement of the matter. किसी भी मैटर को मूवमेंट करने के लिए जो भी एनर्जी रिक्वायर होती है, which energy is known as kinetic energy, and that type of energy which is required for the stable position of animal matter, which is known as potential energy. So stable के लिए fixed situation के लिए आपको जो एनर्जी रिक्वायर होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मैं यहाँ पे खड़ी हूँ तो मुझे खड़े होने के लिए जो एनर्जी रिक्वायर होती है, which energy is known as potential energy. And that type of energy which is required for the movement, I guess, those type of energy which is required for the movement of matter. For example, this marker, अगर मैं यहाँ से इसे वहाँ फेंकती हूँ, तो those type of energy which is required for the movement of this marker is known as kinetic energy. So solid particles are not easily moved. That is why kinetic energy of solid particle is minimum. Kinetic energy of solid particles as well as you say that solid matter is minimum. So these all are the properties of solid. What are the properties of liquid? I hope you all are understood what are the properties of solid. Now I'll explain about the properties of liquid. What is the properties of liquid? Student, that is the structure of liquid, and those type of particles which present inside of the liquid matter present in maximum distance as well as compared to solid. लिक्विड की पार्टिकल्स का जो डिस्टेंस होगा वो सॉलिड के कंपेयर में मैक्सिमम होगा. लाइक एज सॉलिड पार्टिकल आपको बहुत ही नियर अबाउट प्रेजेंट है, बट लिक्विड पार्टिकल्स में आपका डिस्टेंस क्या हो गया, क्रिएट हो गया. दैट इज द डिस्टेंस. दिस डिस्टेंस इज नोन एज intermolecular space, and these particles are known as intermolecular particles. So the first property of liquid is it have no fixed shape. Why? Because shape of liquid particles are not fixed. Why? Because like as if water put in a bucket, it converted into bucket shape. If water put in a plate, converted into plate shape. That is why the particles which present inside of liquid always present in too much maximum distance. That is why force of attraction between all particles are too much high. That is why distance is too much great. So it have no fixed shape and having fixed volume. Having fixed volume. What is volume? Volume is the coverage area. Like as 1 liter of milk. So 1 liter of milk अगर आप प्लेट में पुट कर रहे हो तो भी वो आपका 1 लीटर होगा. अगर आप उसे बकेट में पुट अप कर रहे हो तो भी वो आपका 1 लीटर होगा. अगर उसे आप ग्लास में पुट अप कर रहे हो तो भी आपका 1 लीटर होगा. So volume coverage area is always fixed. So those type of matter which is liquid always having no fixed shape but having fixed volume. And second property is force of attraction is moderate. Force of attraction is moderate. Third property is kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of liquid particle is maximum as compared to solid. Why? Because अगर आप वाटर को थोड़ा सा भी फैलाते हो, then particles which is used in the formation of water always move in too much far distance. That is why kinetic energy of liquid particle is maximum. As compared to solid. And next one property is about the space. Those type of space which present in between of intermolecular particle is known as intermolecular space. So students, the space which present in intermolecular particle is high. So you can say that it has high intermolecular space. And fifth one property is the boundary of liquid particle are not fixed. And you also see that liquid particles, liquid matter is easily compressible. For example, in होली सीजन आप बहुत सारे बैलून्स लेते हो एंड बैलून्स में आप बहुत सारा वाटर फिलअप करते हो, कलर फिलअप करते हो एंड उसे इजीली कंप्रेस करते हो. इट इज इजीली कंप्रेसिबल. दैट इज व्हाई यू कैन से दैट लिक्विड इज कंप्रेसिबल. इट इज compressible. I hope you all are understood about what is the properties of liquid, what is the properties of solid. In my next video lecture, I'll explain about what is the properties of gases and some extra question which is important for the examination. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a marvelous morning to all of you. This is your biology class, and my today's topic is tissues in animals. So students, as the plant, animals also have several types of tissues. First is epithelial tissue. Second is muscular tissue. Third is connective tissue. and fourth is nervous tissue. So these four types of tissues are found in animals. First is epithelial tissue, second is muscular tissue, third is connective tissue, and fourth is nervous tissue. So these tissues perform various kinds of functions, means specific functions. If we talk about or discuss about the epithelial tissue, so epithelial tissue is a protective tissue. Is a protective tissue which protect the several organs and various parts of our body. For example, skin is the protective tissue, means skin is an epithelial tissue which act as a protective layer of our body. It is the largest organ which protect us from entering the waste material or any organism into our body. So this is the function of skin. And second is muscular tissue. So muscular tissue are found everywhere in our body where the movements occur. For example, in our hand, in our leg, in our mouth, there are several various body parts where the movements occur. The muscular tissues are found. Third is connective tissue. So connective tissue contains blood, bone, cartilage, ligament. So it contains several types of tissues like blood, bones, cartilage, ligament, and these tissues perform a specific functions. The main function of the connective tissues connect or provide connect the various organs or tissues of our body. Next is nervous tissue. The main function of the nervous tissue is to conduct masses from one part of our body to another. This is the main function of the nervous tissue. So this is the four types of tissues which are found in animals. And next is organs. An organ is a structure made up of different tissues working together to perform a specific function. Means organ is made up of different kinds of tissues which work together and perform a specific function. This is organ. For example, stomach, large intestine, food pipe, small intestine, these are organs, and they contain several types of various kinds of tissues which work together and perform a specific function. Like if you talk about the stomach contains various tissues like epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, fat tissue, blood tissue, and all these tissues work together to perform a function, a specific function. So what is the function of the stomach? This is the digestive organ. So the main function of the stomach is to digestion. So all these tissues which contain in a stomach, means like epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, and fat tissue, blood tissues, these tissues work together and perform a specific function of digestion. And the large intestine, food pipe, small intestine, these are also digestive organs which perform a function of digestion. Similarly, there's a heart. Heart is also an organ which is made up of several kinds of tissues like blood tissue, muscular tissue, and fat tissue. So all these tissues work together to perform a specific function. What is the specific function? Is to pump the blood because the main function of the heart is to pump the blood. So all these tissues means in heart contains three types of tissues: muscular tissue, blood tissue, and epithelial tissue. So all these tissues work together perform a specific function is to pump the blood to various parts of our body. And similarly, there is a kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, these are the excretory organs, means they perform function in excretion. These are excretory organs, and they contains also several kinds of tissues which work together and perform a specific functions like excretion. Okay, so this is the examples of organs which work, which are made up of several kinds of tissues and perform a specific functions. Students, you know what is the largest organ in our body? Skin. Yes. Skin is the largest organ in our body because it covers all the parts of our body. So it is the largest organ of our body. If we talk about the organs are of two types. First is internal organs, and second is external organs. So internal organs like the stomach, heart, lungs, these are kidney, ureterus, urinary bladder, food pipe, windpipe, these are internal organs. And external organs, what are the external organs? Like our ear, eyes, nose, mouth, leg, hand, these are external organs. Skin, tongue, skin. Okay, these are external organs. And the ear, the main function of the ear is to hear. This is the external organ, and it is also called sense organ. Ear, eyes, nose, skin, and tongue. These are sense organs. Because it conduct the masses, means it conduct a stimuli, masses, which is taken from the external environment, and it send the masses to our brain. It is these sense organs work like a receptor, which recept or receive the messages from the external environment. So these are called sense organs. Like here, these ear is also act as receptor, which receive the sound. Eyes receive the vision, means you see everything like this board, this marker, because of this your eyes. Nose also receive the smell. Skin receive the feel, touch, and tongue receive the taste. So these are receptors which receive the message from the external organ. So these are called sense organs. So students, that's enough for today, and we will discuss about the organs in plants in our next class. Thank you students, have a nice day.
A very good morning, student. In my previous lecture, I have explained you class 7 geography first chapter representation of geographical features. And now today I will continue the same chapter. In my previous chapter, I have explained you topographical survey map and the use of colors on a topographical feature or conventional sign or symbol given on the topographical survey sheet. तो बच्चों किसी भी geographical features को या man-made features को या natural features को या conventional sign और symbol जो कि यूज होते हैं उनको topographical map में represent करने का सबसे अच्छा तरीका क्या है? Grid reference. One must know how to grid reference given on the map. The topographical maps bear the national grid of squares drawn to the scale of 2 cm is equal 1 km. तो बच्चों topographical map क्या bear करता है? national grid of square को 2 cm is equal 1 km. The vertical lines which are numbered from west to east are called easting. तो बच्चों इस पिक्चर में आप देख सकते हैं, you can see the picture. The vertical line, these are vertical line which are numbered from west to east are called eastings, and the horizontal line which are numbered from south to north are called northings. So the vertical and horizontal lines or the eastings and northings are called the grid. Vertical और horizontal line को या easting और northings को हम लोग बच्चों क्या कहते हैं? Grid कहते हैं. It is also identified as the grid reference. Students, now I am going to teach scale. A scale is a measuring line which shows the relation of the distance between two places on a map to their actual distance on the land. तो बच्चों scale क्या होता है? ये measuring line होती है which shows the relation of the distance, जो कि distance की relation को show करती है. कौन से डिस्टेंस की? बिटवीन टू प्लेसेस ऑन द मैप. मैप में जो दो प्लेसेस होते हैं और एक्चुअल डिस्टेंस ऑन द लैंड. तो इट शोज द रिलेशन ऑफ अ डिस्टेंस between two places on the map to their actual distance on the land. A ratio between a distance measured on a map and a corresponding distance on the land connecting the 2 points represented by the same unit. There are two types of scale, large scale and small scale. And now difference between the large scale and small scale maps. Large scale maps. Large scale map shows small area in greater detail. Large scale map बच्चों क्या शो करते हैं? Small area को, किसी भी छोटे एरिया को great detail में शो करते हैं. Example of large scale maps are guide maps, topographic maps. Small scale maps show large area in less detail. Small scale map किसी भी large area को बहुत कम में शो करते हैं. Example of small scale maps are wall maps, atlas map. Wall maps क्या होते हैं बच्चों? They are also drawn on small scale and they show the relief features at a glance. And what is atlas? Atlas, as you all know, a book of map is called atlas. So example of small scale maps are wall maps and atlas map. Now it gives the detail of towns and villages. तो ये किस चीज की डिटेल देते हैं large scale map? टाउन और villages की. And on the other hand, small scale maps show important relief features like mountains, plateaus, continents and countries. The scale may be 1 centimeter is equal 50 meter. On the other hand, small scale may be 1 centimeter is equal 100 centimeters. So is it clear, student? कि large scale map show small area in greater detail while small scale map show large area in less detail, and it gives the information of towns and villages and it shows the important relief features like mountains, plateaus, continents. Now student, types of scale. Distances can be measured by means of scale in 3 ways. डिस्टेंस को कैसे मेजर किया जाता है बच्चों? स्केल से. There are 3 ways to measure the distances. Verbal scale or a statement. Second, representative fraction or RF. Third, graphic scale or linear scale. First, verbal scale or a statement. In this method, the scale is expressed in words. इस मेथड में क्या होता है बच्चों, स्केल को एक्सप्रेस किया जाता है वर्ड्स पे, वर्ड शब्दों में. एग्जाम्पल, 1 सेंटीमीटर ऑन द मैप रिप्रेजेंट 50 किलोमीटर ऑन द ग्राउंड. तो 1 सेंटीमीटर मैप में क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा बच्चों, 50 किलोमीटर ग्राउंड क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. This method is not very popular as it does not give the accurate measurement. ये मेथड पॉपुलर नहीं है क्योंकि ये मेजरमेंट का एक्यूरेसी नहीं देता है. Now next is representative fraction or RF. The numerical method is also called representative fraction. This method shows the ratio between the distance on the map to the distance on the ground. तो बच्चों ये रिप्रेजेंटेटिव फ्रैक्शन क्या है, इसको RF भी बोलते हैं. ये न्यूमेरिकल मेथड है. वर्बल स्केल क्या था, इसको वर्ड्स में किया जाता था एक्सप्रेस, लेकिन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव फ्रैक्शन क्या है, द न्यूमेरिकल मेथड इज आल्सो कॉल्ड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव फ्रैक्शन. इन दिस मेथड शोज द रेशियो, ये रेशियो बताता है बिटवीन द डिस्टेंस ऑन द मैप, मतलब मैप का डिस्टेंस क्या है और ग्राउंड का डिस्टेंस क्या है. तो दिस मेथड शोज द रेशियो बिटवीन द डिस्टेंस ऑन द मैप टू द डिस्टेंस ऑन द ग्राउंड. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ द RF is 1.50,000, it would mean that 1 centimeter on the map represent 50,000 centimeter on the ground. The example of the formula of RF is distance on the map upon distance on the ground. Now third method is graphic scale or linear scale. So students, this scale represents the relationship between the distance on the map and distance on the ground. तो बच्चों ये स्केल क्या रिप्रेजेंट करता है, रिलेशनशिप को बिटवीन द डिस्टेंस ऑन द मैप एंड डिस्टेंस ऑन द ग्राउंड. इट इज ड्रॉन अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्टेटमेंट इन सच अ वे दैट द distance can be calculated most accurately on the map. This is the picture of the linear scale. The linear scale in figure is shown with each compartment of 2 centimeter. तो ये पिक्चर में linear scale क्या शो कर रहा है बच्चों, each compartment of 2 centimeter is representing 1 kilometer each. To the right of 0.5 kilometer is shown. ये right से 0.5 kilometer क्या शो कर रहा है, with each compartment of 2 centimeter representing 1 kilometer each. To the left of 0, the 2 centimeter compartment is 1000 meter in 1 kilometer. It is the most accurate method of measuring distances on the map rather two methods. तो इन तीनों मेथड में सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट और एक्यूरेट मेथड कौन सा है बच्चों, लीनियर और ग्राफिक स्केल. It is the most accurate method of the measuring distances. So there are three types of scale. Verbal scale, it expressed in words. Representative fraction, the numerical method is called representative fraction, and the third type is linear or graphic scale. It is the most accurate method to measuring the distance on the map. Now that's all for today. I will continue my chapter in my next video.
Good morning, student. This is your computer class 7th E, chapter number 1, hardware and hardware component of a computer. Student, we discussed in previous class what is the hardware. The hardware is a physical and tangible part of the computer system is called hardware. There are two types of hardware, internal hardware and external hardware. What is the external hardware? Those components are connected with outside of the computer. Externally connected to the computer is called external hardware component. Example is keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. Okay. Now today I have explained keyboard, mouse and scanner function. Now first is keyboard. Student, you know very well, it is an input device. So now we write it is an input external hardware device. We also say it is input external hardware device. It's allow user to accept input as letters, number, alphabet and some special symbols. It has following keys. In keyboard, approximate 101 or 107 keys. It has following keys. Function, number first function keys. There are 12 function keys and each function key has a special function like this. F1, F2, F3, F4. So there are 12 function key F1 to F12. And second is numeric key. It has 0 to 9 numbers which enter as a numbers. Alphanumeric keys. Alphanumeric keys are the combination of 0 to 9 numbers and A to Z alphabets. Okay. Now it has some, in keyboard has some special key symbols like hash. These are some symbols: hash, ampersand, percent sign, exclamatory comma, single inverted or double inverted comma, plus, minus, multiplication, etc. It has some special keys are space bar key, space bar key, control key, alt key, escape key, etc. So these all are keys allow user to enter different types of or different kinds of input. Mouse. This is the second external hardware component. Mouse is an input device. It is also called, it is a external input device or external hardware component. A mouse is a pointing device. Okay, mouse is a pointing device. It controls the movement of cursor on the screen. Generally, mouse is used in GUI interface. GUI interface means where icons, menus and file and folders select with the help of mouse. Okay. It is also used to select various objects on the screen. We can give instructions to a computer by the mouse clicking. We can give instructions to a computer with the help of mouse click. This is the mouse picture. This is a mouse. It has two buttons, right button and the left button, and between right and left button, this is the scroll button. Scroll button. Scroll button is used for page up or page down document. Okay. This is the scroll button or scroll wheel. There are two types of mouse. First is, there are two types of mouse. First is wired mouse. Wired mouse. Wired mouse means which mouse has a wire. With the help of wire, mouse connected to the CPU. And the second is wireless. Wireless mouse. In wireless mouse, which have no wire, this is sufficient for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.